Yeah, I just woke up early in the morning and not quite all there yet, but regardless, this is when I decided I'm going to dub a video for upload later because I don't have time. So let's get this over with. Millipede, the 1982 arcade sequel to the 1980 arcade classic Centipede, released in 1984 for the Atari 2600 video computer system. And, well, have you played Centipede on 2600? Well then, congratulations, you know more or less what to expect from Millipede 2 years later. Minus the cool title screen the first game had. This one is kind of meh, but you get the idea. But yeah, Millipede. You control a blaster thing, and your main goal, of course, is to destroy the eponymous Millipede by picking off its segments one by one as it's coming your way. Once you kill it, another one comes along, or maybe you have to contend with a swarm of bugs every so often. It depends on the wave. Anyway, gameplay-wise, it's essentially a carbon copy of Centipede. You clear away mushrooms with your blasters, Spider will swoop in every so often that you can shoot for bonus points, Scorpions will poison mushrooms, that's sort of fun stuff. Millipede does introduce other stuff to the mix. For example, you have dynamite you could shoot, and a well-timed explosion can kill the predatory arthropod rather quickly, or at least do a fair bit of damage if the creature is anywhere close to the explosion. There are worms that you could kill that slows down time for a short bit, and there's other couple things and stuff, and yes. So it's not all the same game. There's new stuff in there too. When you begin the game, you're given the option to start from round 1 or skip ahead to one of 2 later rounds, upon which you could get a hefty amount of bonus points for surviving, and we can move on from there, which is a thing they did in certain arcade games back in the day. Beyond that, Millipede continues where Centipede left off. You're a blaster in the forest, blasting away at the centipede and spiders and other critters. And again, there's a greater deal of critters to deal with this time around. Much like Centipede, you could either play this with a standard joystick, which works just fine, or if you have a trackball controller lying around, and really modern Atari, what are you waiting for to bring that beast back? You could use that for more precise control, which apparently works very well from what I've been told. Also, much like Centipede, Millipede is a solo endeavor with no game variations because they were more concerned with delivering a more polished game, and they certainly did that here. Once again, Millipede's visuals are fairly basic. Blaster and mushrooms are just squares on the screen, and the animal critters are solid color affairs, but you can make out the Millipede segments, you recognize them, you can make out the spiders, and even the dynamite has a bit of text to denote that they're explosive. I'm not a fan of this gray area in the bottom, which denotes the space you could actually move around. It's not a 2600 thing, it's a Millipede thing, it's been in a bunch of ports. I think the arcade version has it even. I never got that. Centipede never really needed it, but I don't know. Sound output is fine, close enough to replicating the arcade sounds, but not quite, right down to the ear-grinding shriek whenever you die. That is painful to listen to no matter what version of the game you're playing. I'm having decaf, by the way. I'm trying to cut down on the caffeine for a bit. Clearly that's a mistake, as you could tell from the excitement in my voice as I'm recording this early in the morning. I'm not quite fully woken up. This is probably... anyways, you don't care. Anyways, overall, Millipede is Centipede with slightly more stuff, and also an annoying gray that at least distinguishes the sequel from its predecessor from a visual standpoint. Again, you could play Millipede just about anywhere these days, but this 2600 port is still a solid effort that adapts the arcade gameplay quite nicely. Good game, lots of fun, no complaints.